Hello and welcome to another PS Plus monthly edition with me, JO2K, and my co-host, Late to the Party. Uh, so it is March of 2018 and it is a bumper month. Uh, we have a great lineup ahead with, I think we have Bloodborne, Ratchet and Clank, Legend of Kai, Mighty Number 9, Claire Extended Cut, and last but not least on that list is Bombing Busters. So what do I think, Little Party?
I think it's a really good month. Really looking forward to playing Bloodborne because it was the type of game I was initially put off from, but if I had, gotten the end of the game or just gotten to play it for a few minutes, I could have made a decision if it was one that I wanted to pick up down the line.
Yes, it would be. It would be something that I think most people should really be downloading both of these games, the Ratchet and Clank and Bloodborne. Definitely, even just to try the Bloodborne. It might not, it won't be to everybody's taste, but it's something to try.
Yeah. As for Ratchet and Clank, it's nice that I suppose I could have it back on my system. I bought Ratchet and Clank at release, completed it, played it through it multiple times, got the platinum, really enjoyed the game. But will I go back to it this month? Probably not, but I will add it to my library and play whenever I get the urge.
Yes, same with me. When Ratchet and Clank came out, I was one of the first to go that day. I remember after work, get the game, straight home, played it. So now it's given me the incentive maybe to go back and give it another go because it was a really nice game. But if I'm honest, I would love to see a new Ratchet and Clank. So hopefully, with this being on PS Plus, it will reignite people's interest in the series again. And hopefully when Insomniac are done with the Spider-Man game, they will come back to Ratchet and Clank. But I think it'd be nice to see a new game in the series.
I would fully support that as well. With the PS2 and PS3 getting at least trilogies on those consoles, it would be nice to see more from Ratchet and Clank in this sort of rebooted new direction that they could take it with, all the nice graphics and stuff that the PS4 can allow.
Yep, that would be what I would like to see. So that's the PS4 games, but not only is there them two for the PS4, there is also, which is good for this month, but there's a lot of cross-buy options here, cross-play. So if you see on the list, you've got Mighty Number 9, which you can also play on the PS3, but you can play it on the PS4 as well. Also, both of the PS Vita games you can play on the PS4 as well, which is Claire Extended Cut and Bombing Busters. So this month you're really getting 5 games on the PS4. So it really is a bumper month. The only one you aren't getting is Legend of Kai, which is just on the PS3. But there's plenty there to be played this month, and I'm interested about the Mighty Number 9, even though it didn't get good reviews and stuff. I still think it might be worth a play, just to maybe make your own mind up on it, rather than the reviews. Obviously I haven't bought the game, but if it's there, I'm gonna give it a go, so to try.
Mighty Number 9 for me is worth more of a try and a play than some of the games that they've put out on PS Plus, so without a doubt, I'll be playing it. But I already know I don't think I would have ever bought it. I think that's where it falls for me.
Yeah.
Unlike Bloodborne, where I could try it, maybe pick it up, so that I always have it in my collection, and regardless of having PS Plus, I can always play it. I would not have bought Mighty Number 9, but I will certainly give it a go.
Yeah, that's the same for me. I have seen it on sale a few times, but it's never really piqued me interest to really purchase it. But now that it's there, I'll give it a download and see what it's like. And if it's not good, then it's not good. If it is good, then that's good. But it's no money wasted from me anyways, either way. So it's good to have.
The Claire game, never heard of it.
Yep.
Have no idea what
Me
they
neither.
expect.
Nope. Nothing on that. I know it's a 2D side-scrolling horror survival sort of game, but apart from that, I haven't heard of it. This is the first time I've heard of it, so it could be somebody's cup of tea. So we'll see if we get a chance to play it, what it's like. But maybe something different.
I'm willing to give it a go because I am not one for horror games, but with this being 2D, how horror or how scary could it actually be? This might be my little niche market of it's set in a horror sort of setting, but that I can actually play it and enjoy it without feeling like, I don't know, that I could fucking have a heart attack at any moment.
Well, if you don't want to have a heart attack, then you'll probably want to play Bombing Busters, which looks to me like a Bomberman clone, which could be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to play that, and looking forward to play that with friends actually. Just I'd say them sort of Bomberman clone games are good for parties and just general fun. So,
It could
yeah.
be good when playing with friends. Anytime I've
Yeah.
played the Bomberman titles, single player runs dry very quickly.
Yeah, Bomberman is meant to be played, or these sort of games are meant to be played with friends in a party sort of atmosphere. So yes, you're right. Single player in these sort of games tends to be sort of like a puzzle, but it's not that much fun. Usually, it's more fun when you're having a bit of banter with your friends. But it's another game to add to the list. Legend of Kai, though. What do you think of Legend of Kai?
Interested. I like this sort of game. Again, limited knowledge on it, but I'm assuming that it's sort of like a Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank kind of game. Maybe a little bit of Beyond Good and Evil sort of stylings mixed in there. Not really sure, but it's got a little furry cartoony, main character, bit of combat in there, run around levels. I'll certainly play it, and it'll be nice to have a game like that stored on the PS3. Maybe pick it up eventually down the line if it ticks the boxes.
Yes, The Legend of Kai was an originality on the PS2, and it's managed to make its way to now being on PS3 and PS4, so it must have some sort of recognition to get this far. And I'm looking forward to playing that, and maybe it is sort of a hidden gem in the library that I've maybe never played before, so if so, I'm looking forward to playing that, because I like the Ratchet and Clank, like this, the Jak and Daxters and stuff like that, so hopefully it's similar to that. That gives me another excuse to turn the PlayStation 3 back on, so that's all good, because as you know, from next March, they won't be giving us anything on the PS3 or the PS Vita to turn them back on, so...
It makes me wonder, is this going to be the new thing for the remainder of 2018? I would like it if it was more cross-platform, that you can play them, here's still a few Vita games, but if you get them downloaded, you can play them on your PS4, and then the PS4's getting more games to be able to be played on it.
Yeah, I'm hoping the same. I'm hoping with them not doing the PS3 and the PS Vita that the PS4 games will either be better games, like more consistently, or else there'll be more games for the PS4. So we'll just see, but there's only one more year left for PS3 and PS Vita owners to get their hands on some freebies. So it'll be tough when it ends, but I'm sure all these things have to end eventually. So that's where we're at.
With the PS3 game, and you had said there that it had started off on PS2, made its way to PS3, and is even now available on PS4, just not for this month. On PS4, has it received a remaster, or is it just like no, this is just a flat release? It looks exactly the same, there's no extra features. Do you know anything about the PS4 release?
Of Legend of Kai?
Yes.
I knew that it was released. I had seen it in the shops a few times, but I'd never really looked at it to see what it was. But it is an anniversary edition apparently, and it's the anniversary edition. So I assume what happens?
That they might have put like a bit of an HD gloss
yeah.
to it, and maybe
Yeah.
sometimes the remasters they'll tweak a few bits of gameplay that were a bit lacking back on the PS2.
Right.
Maybe odd, I don't
That's
know, commentary or something to it. Not to it, but
So it was released in 2005, so 2015 this came out, so it was the anniversary edition, so 10 years later. It is remastered, high resolution textures, new more detailed character models, modern rendering techniques, and classic and new shine. So, yep, this is a good bit. But the problem I get with this game is it always seems to be rooted in the 60s.
right.
Like it doesn't seem to be like why is it so like why does it keep getting remade?
Yes.
I need to play it to see why it is. Is it like and why isn't there a second one? If you know what I mean? If it's so popular, and it's on all these consoles, why is there not another one? I've always found that a bit interesting, especially with like the Shadow of the Colossus.
But unlike Shadow of the Colossus, which was critically acclaimed, what did Shadow of the Colossus receive? 9 out of 10s? A rough average? 80-90% out of 100? Something along those lines?
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's sitting around the 60 to 70 bracket, like, I don't know, 65% or something along those lines, 72 maybe at best. Maybe it's the type of game where the fan base really loved it. The critics not so much, but the fans enjoyed the story, you know, and it sort of brought it across these other platforms.
Yeah. So we'll have a look at it and see what it's like. But for March, that's a pretty good month, I would say.
With the release of
I
the
would
two
say.
AAA games, Ratchet and Clank and Bloodborne, it does make me a bit hesitant to think what's going to come out next month. If you've had such a high, is next month not even going to try? Is it just going to be such a low?
Well,
Have two
yeah.
PSN games, you know what I mean? And then Sony can just sort of say, oh well, we'll give you two AAAs, you can't have that every month.
Well, whenever March 2019 comes around, I expect two AAAs every month after, because that's all they're giving you. So if they're taking away two PS3 games and two PS Vita games, then there's 4 games, and then they're only going to give you 2 games. I expect them to be AAA from them, so they might get a big ball from now till then. But after that, I don't see them getting it.
Maybe it will finally become the way PS Plus on the PS3 had a really high period for a time, where it was an Assassin's Creed game, then a Batman game, then another AAA game, then maybe a sequel, you know, to Assassin's Creed 2. You were getting the sequel to that, and then it was Batman Arkham City, and you know, Batman Arkham Knight has been out for quite a while now. It's easy to see that that could eventually make it on the PS Plus.
Yeah, you're right. Like that. There's also, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for Sony maybe to put some of their third-party games up, the likes of The Last of Us, whenever The Last of Us 2 is about to come out, something like that.
Yep.
Keep people's interest, get everybody going. I mean, the game's been out for so long now that most people would have played it, but if they haven't, it's always a nice bonus to get something like that that is such a highly regarded game as a PS Plus game. Just to get it back in people's minds again. So I think with the likes of it being we're into the 5th year of the PS4. So this is about the time where there's so many games have been released that it wouldn't be beyond the realms of belief that there could be 2 AAA games every month, with a backlog of games that there is and has been. So this could be the time when it starts producing the goods. I mean, they have produced the goods before, but it's like you say, they produce the goods, and then the next month it's been like, oh dear, and for a while, it's not been as good. And to be honest, the service PS Plus had been phenomenal on the PS3, and that's the only reason I was buying it, because at the end of the day, when you were buying it for then, it was like your online game was free, so you were just paying the extra to get all the goodies, and now the goodies are starting to come back and be better again, so that's good.
Yeah, I do think if you've moved from PS Plus on the PS3, you kind of feel a bit let down with the PS4s. Understandably at the beginning of the console's life, when there's not many games out there, you know, and those games which are out there are still, you know, retailing for £50, $50 each. But now that we're a few years into the system, it should be back to sort of throwing out the AAA titles month after month.
Yeah. And let's be honest, there's AAA titles that aren't highly rated, but they're still AAA titles, so they don't always have to be the best ones.
Yeah, and we've seen that in the past. Yes, Sony tried the whole, it gets over 70% on Metacritic, but over the last number of months we've seen that that's not entirely true. That they will put on games there which get 50%.
But overall, I'm looking forward to next month and getting my hand on some games and getting down to some gameplay.
Good seeing, good stuff.
So this month I would give it around about. I'm pretty happy. I happily give this month a 10 out of 10. I'd say it's pretty good. Last month was a 6, this month was a 10.
I would say within the realms of, you know, being reasonable. Again, with me sort of looking online, you always get people saying about how, oh, Ratchet and Clank isn't a new game, it's been out a while, you can buy it for 20 quid, or whatever the case may be. I don't know where these people live, but PlayStation Plus has never really given you £50, you know, games out in the first week games. This is always what you expect. So I may have completed Ratchet and Clank, but I still think, considering those two highly, you know, highly playable, very good quality games are there, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, so this gets the golden stamp of approval for March of 2018. This is where
it should
we
be.
would like it to stay. So no more your side-scroller retro indie 8-bit games. If we want them, we'll pay for them, because them developers need the money rather than the freebies. So we'll just stick with the AAAs from now on. See what we've got in store for the PS3 and PS Vita over the next 12 months. That's another thing. If Sony are gonna ditch those two, then we've just got the PS4 and the PSVR now, and that's what they'll be pushing. So as you've said before, then they'll probably be pushing the VR to the maximum then, if that's the only two things I've got.
Maybe two PS4 titles and a VR title? Yeah.
Every month. That might be the way to go. That'll be pretty good. Like, I don't have PSVR, but I have about 5 or 6 games already downloaded. Or in the library, not downloaded, but if I ever get VR, I've still got a couple of games there from the PS Plus to try. Which is pretty good. So, what's your thoughts on the PS Plus for the PS3 and PS Vita?
I kind of wish they could keep going with it, but I suppose it has to come to an end at some stage. I still play my PlayStation 3, still pick up titles at good prices for it. again have a backlog of games that I want to play on my PS3. The Vita, just because you can pick games up through PS Plus, I had considered picking up a Vita. I still could go ahead with picking up a Vita and, you know, getting the games rather than, you know, using the PS Plus service. But yeah, a bit disappointed that they're stopping with it. But I just hope that with stopping with those older systems, that they do put more thought and just better quality into the systems that they are still supporting, such as the PS4.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So we'll probably end this video on the note of it's a 10 out of 10 month. Highly advise everybody to pick up all the games probably on the list and give them a try, and hopefully that'll continue in the long term, this sort of thing. If anybody has any comments they'd like to message us, then we'll be up for that. Discussion's always good, and if you could maybe like or subscribe to the videos, that helps us out on our journey into the YouTube universe, and we'll hope to see you back here soon for another PS Plus monthly.